interesting. And he's got an armory going down with +1. So interesting choice from him. He's probably going to go mass Goliaths now. And I'm not sure if I like this build so much because I'm not sure if he can make enough Goliaths right now quick enough to kill off the Zerg player. And if he can't, it really isn't benefiting him to to get the 3 factories because he won't be able to produce that much compared to if he had gotten his expansion up, which he was ready to do for quite a while. So this is a really strange play from him, and he's not going to go for any more vultures. Instead, I'm sorry, he's not going to go for any hydras. Rather, Jolin's not. He's going to go right for Spire. And he's not going to have any troubles doing it because the Terran player is taking a long time to get to the tech he needs to break in here. He's not going to go for speed vultures, which are a possibility, of course. He's instead going to build up Goliaths, and it's a kind of strange defensive build that's going on. He's also getting Charon boosters, so strangely enough, he's not expanded yet. He's got an engineering bay also, and boosters. I mean, this is a little, I think, overcautious from the Teal Terran player. We'll see how this works out for him, though. Maintaining a very high APM, by the way, 300 APM. Wow. And looks like the Zerg player is about to morph some Mutalisks, though. Zerg player also attacking from the front here. Just wants to see what kind of units the Terran has, and now he's going to know there's Goliaths. So the Charon boosters are done, but really the Terran player has not done himself a great favor here by staying on one command center. He really could have an expansion up and be at almost exactly the same place. Because basically, if you want to go this many factories early on, you should be attacking with them. You don't need this many to defend against Mutalisks, and you don't want to play a long game against the Zerg 1 base versus 2 base. First Mutalisk out here. Nope, actually there's a bunch more Mutalisks coming towards the Terran's base. And Terran, meanwhile, has got a lot of Goliaths with boosters. This is not going to really be the greatest harass for Jolin. Yeah, he's not going to get anywhere. Smartly, he backs off there. But he has ascertained that the Terran does not have an expansion, and that is just strange, Marine at the upper left, interesting enough, and the Zerg might be just looking for hidden expansions, actually. Very smart. Look at that Zerg player go. Just like in the last game, Jolin, making sure that there's no hidden expansions, just like last game, the Protoss tried to sneak one on him and got away with it for a while, but, it was detected eventually and taken down. All right, so Nesh has a brief window of opportunity here to get an attack off when the Zerg still is relatively weak. I guess he's going to go for a +1 attack, basically. Looks like a bunch of mutas going in. Oh, they're just going to get destroyed here. +1 is done, so I do expect the Terran player to move out here. Although +1 Goliaths, they're a lot better against air, but with just a +1 modifier against ground, it's not a huge deal. And he needs to go right now. Like, seriously, right now he needs to go, or else the Zerg will be able to get enough Mutalisks, and just enough units in general, Sunkens, whatnot, to be able to handle this. Zerg also might be switching over to Hydras soon. That would be a smart idea, seeing how many Goliaths there are. Zerg player still trying to keep the Terran player back here, so Jolin continuing a decent harass, and is really keeping Nesh back. Nesh needs to go, though, seriously. He needs to have gone like a minute ago if he was doing this timing attack, because the whole point of a timing attack is to get the timing correct, try to catch the opponent before he can get, for example, some Hydras out, do that tech switch, and really just make your Goliaths a lot less cost effective. No more expansion and no further expansion up for the Zerg player. He's gone all mutas, it seems. Not sure if he's getting any upgrades. He is going to get +1 Carapace. That's another reason for Nesh to hurry up here. But Nesh is going to go in right now with a lot of Goliaths. I am not sure if the Zerg has enough to handle this, but it looks like he is going to go in here and try to. I don't know if that's enough, though. It looks like there's about an even number of Goliaths and Mutalisk, but wow, Nesh is backing off. I think that's a mistake. I think he could have just walked past like he did with his vultures and just gone, right into the main there, and it would have done him a lot of good. But instead, he's just walking around the perimeter. I guess he's trying to hunt down these expansions. I guess he might have scanned it, perhaps. No, he doesn't have a scanner. Maybe he's just figuring the most natural spot is that location up there. Nesh choosing to get the outside expansion. Ooh, that is just bizarre. So he's getting the expansion that's hard to hold for him. Meanwhile, though, he's doing a lot of damage here to Jolin's mutas. Jolin's mutas getting hurt pretty badly here. quite decimated, and now he's forced him to cancel. So that's pretty good. Wow, look at this. I mean, I don't understand this play from Nesh. Why is he choosing to expand here instead of the proper natural? I have absolutely no clue. So very bizarre. And it looks like he's been forced to cancel. Meanwhile, more Muta's coming. So Nesh really has not done much damage at all to Jolin, and Jolin's got a bunch of lings. These lings are gonna get thrown away though; they're not gonna do anything. Yeah, you need to get Mutas and lings together to do damage. So I mean, I wouldn't say that Jolin's really ahead, but Nesh could have won the game by now. I think. I mean, had he walked past, I don't know. I think there would have been a chance of him just taking out Jolin at that moment. But regardless, it looks like Jolin is actually just sending out waves of lings, and it's not going to help him at all. These small groups, he needs to get these mutas riled, and really, the mutalisks are not that effective against Maz Goliaths. He probably wants to start getting Hydras sometime soon, but he's sticking with Mutaling, interesting enough. But he's also not using it as well as he could be. I mean, he's honestly needs to get both of them together, and it seems that finally the teal player is deciding to pick up his natural. I have no idea what he was thinking trying to pick up that outside, because there's zero benefit to that at all. Maybe he just doesn't know the map that well. I mean, it's strange. It's like Nesh is well, he has good micro so far, and he has such high APM, but for some reason I'm feeling like he's not playing the best that he could. I mean, I'm just not loving what he's doing right now, his grand strategy of things. Not expanding, and then now, expanding at the wrong spot, and also not committing with his Goliaths. I think right now he could also get a couple of tanks. That would actually help him break the front here. There's really just Mutas and Sunkens, and just one or two tanks would force Jolin to engage in a position he definitely doesn't want to engage in. Alright, so maybe Natural's thinking about double expanding, because it looks like he's going to be doing just that. He's going to get two bases at the same time. Meanwhile, it doesn't seem like there's any more upgrades at the Spire. And let's see what's going on at the Armory. Looks like that is +1 armor. I don't see a... Yeah, it's just +1 armor, just starting right now, and he is going to get tanks. So this is going to help him greatly in terms of breaking open that front door. And if he can pick up this base here, the second expansion, the Zerg is going to be in a lot of pain. The Zerg's still just on two bases, 3 hatches, and just not doing that great in terms of resources. Although he's got a lot of minerals saved up. I guess that's just probably not producing, or not having enough gas rather, because he's just getting Mutalisks right now. So a bit of a lull in this game, but I think the Terran right now does have a small advantage. He could have, like I said, I think he could have had a much bigger advantage at this point, but unfortunately he didn't. He didn't really grab the bull by the horns, when he had the chance to, and just move into the base. And now we've got about 24 Mutas here from Jolin, interesting enough. Let's see what he does with them. I don't think he should engage any of these Goliaths, and wow, just look at how many there are. He can't really engage this head on here, especially because there's turrets going up right now. It's just really, the Terran player has got himself in a good economic position, although it does seem like the Zerg player is going to go in anyway here. Wow, that is a lot of Mutalisks covering up the screen, but I think the Terran should be able to reinforce pretty soon. However, Jolin might be able to pick off this command center. I think Nesh was a little bit over worried about possibly an attack coming on the new base, that he didn't have the bulk of his Goliaths there, and actually that was quite a win there for Jolin. Didn't lose many Mutalisks, and Mutalisks heal, of course, and he managed to stop this expansion for a little bit of time. However, Nesh does have the other expansion to mine from also, and just now we're seeing the 3rd and 4th bases up for Jolin. So really, Nesh still is a little bit ahead. What is Nesh doing with his command center? I have no idea. Maybe just trying to repair it, because he really doesn't like this expansion for some reason. He really doesn't like his natural. I have no idea why he doesn't like it, but he doesn't. +1 armor about to be finished here for Nesh, and really, it seems like Jolin just loves having these clouds of Mutalisks. That's just his style, I guess. Whether it's ZVP or ZVT. I mean, that's more than 24, perhaps. Just a ton of Mutalisks. But look at this army here from Nesh. It is ridiculous also. I gotta think this army is going to be able to beat the Zerg army here heads on. Now, can Jolin keep Nesh scared enough from moving forward is the question here. Is Jolin going to be able to scare him back, or is he going to be forced to engage? Because if Nesh can get himself in a siege position against the main base, it's going to be over. There's just 3 Sunkens, and these Mutas are going to be forced to engage on unfavorable grounds here. But it looks like actually Nesh is going to go for this new base that's going up here. I actually think that he won't be able to set up as well here as he would be able to right in front of the natural, because you know, his forces are going to be crammed on this ramp here. However, it looks like he's going to engage anyway on these terms, and wow, Jolin's going in right now. Jolin trying to go in with all of his mutas. This is what I mean though, Nesh has gotten his forces separated, so Jolin's going to be able to target the Goliaths on the inside, and this is a bad position actually for Nesh. It really is. Nesh was caught half on the ramp and half off the ramp. It's not a good spot. I'm not sure who's going to win this battle. I would assume that Nesh was going to, but it seems that Jolin may actually have enough Mutalisks to kill off this Goliath fort. This is absolutely insane here. I'm amazed at this. Meanwhile,